Hey, what's up you guys? Big Time Collector 01 here, back at it again with another action figure review. And today we're doing something a little different. We are taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Dirge. Yeah, I have recently gotten myself into Transformers. I mean, I've always liked Transformers as an IP, and I recently started building a collection of these figures. Like just a week ago, I got like 10 of these guys. So I have a ton of figures. They're all older and loose, but I'm starting to collect these, Transformers figures, and I want to get a, G1 display going. Just the G1. I'm not going to go too crazy. As you can see, the packaging looks great. You can see Dirge in his alt mode. You get the figure here. You can, touch him. He's got no window. Legacy Evolution at the top, and you got some QR code. I don't know what that's for. Here's the barcode if that helps out anyone. Got some nice artwork on the side. And then on the back you get Dirge, and he transforms in 23 steps. And then just more really nice artwork of the character. So let's get to it and crack him open. And before we take a look at the figure, let's take a closer look at his accessories. He comes with a instruction booklet. Now it shows you how to transform him and all. That's cool. Standard for Transformers figures. I'm not going to go through the transformation process on camera just because that just would take too long. And also, this is just basically a repaint of Earthrise Starscream. And then he comes with these two null rays. Again, just repainted from, Earthrise Starscream. And you can plug him onto his forearms over here, which look, plug in like so. They look cool. They look cool. I mean, he's full of ports, so you can put him anywhere you want. Like, you can even hold him if you'd like, but that just does not feel right for any Seeker to hold their null ray. But that's really it, and we'll take another look at these when we transform him. So let's take a look at Dirge himself. Now taking a closer look at Dirge, starting off with the head sculpt, it looks really cool. I do like this one. It's, he's part of, he's one of the Conehead Seekers, and I really do like the facial expression. He is screaming. I kind of wish he had a more neutral face instead of this, but it doesn't really bother me. I still think it's cool. I hope to see Ramjet and Thrust. I believe those are the other two Coneheads' names, and I would hope that they have different heads than this. Looking at the torso, it looks, it looks like G1, and I like it a lot. It's blocky. It's the same thing as Starscream's torso. He shares a lot of the same parts. He shares the arms, the torso, and, a lot of the same things. But something that is different between him and Starscream are the legs. The legs are actually different from one another. As you can see, they have different, details and sculpt. And, he has these wings here, while Starscream has, like, these fins. And so it's cool to see that there is not 100% reuse, between the two, like Hasbro likes to do, especially with their Marvel Legends. But it does look nice. And then just taking a quick look at the back, it looks good. You do get this, the cockpit kibble, but it's not that bothersome to me. I don't mind it. It just, it's in the back. You don't see it. I'm mainly displaying him from the front. Now let's take a closer look at his articulation. Starting off with the head, it can look up that much. It can look down some. It can rotate. It's a kind of a hard rotation right there. I'm not going to go all the way around. And he also has some really good tilt. Shoulders move up that much. They move down. They do rotate. He has a bicep swivel. Single jointed elbows that go a little past 90, which is a nice touch. No wrist articulation, but they do flip up, but that is mainly for the transformation. But again, you can do something with it. No torso articulation at all in this guy. The front skirt flips out like that to allow more leg movement. The leg kicks forward that much. It kicks back a little bit. Upper thigh cut, which is a little too loose for my taste. A single jointed knee that bends in really good, and that's a good bend for single jointed. And then the ankles do pivot in, but it's kind of weak, but it's there. And he does, his toes curl down, but again, mainly for the transformation. And before we take a look at his alt mode, let's measure him out and do some comparisons first. To the top of his cone head, he comes to around 6.5 inches, and to the top of these, whatever these things are, he comes to around 7 inches tall. Here he is with some of his fellow Decepticons. We have the Voyager class Siege Megatron and the Deluxe class Siege Reflector, or Refractor as he's called on the package. And then here he is next to a fellow Seeker. Here he is with Starscream. This is the Earthrise Starscream. And as you can see, they share a lot of the same parts, but they don't feel the same. I like how they don't feel the same. They have different legs, the different wing parts. It's really cool to see. And then here he is next to some Autobots. Here we have the Earthrise Cliffjumper, the Earthrise Blue Streak, I almost called him Smokescreen, and then the Siege Sideswipe. And with those comparisons out the way, let's get him transformed. Here we have him in jet mode. And yeah, this looks really cool. I do like the look of this jet mode. It looks awesome. I love the blue. I love these, like, beige parts. It looks really cool. I mean, again, it's mostly reused from Starscream, but it looks so much different than Starscream. Just these beige wings and the colors really make it feel like a different figure, and I really, really like it. It looks awesome. I kind of like this, in jet mode, better than Starscream. He looks a little better. He was a little bit, more simpler, but again, the transformation was basically the same. But I really do like these colors. They look nice. Again, it's just basically the same sculpt. I also wanted to point this out. You can see like little, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you can see like little seats in the cockpit, which is really cool. And I really do like the look of this. It looks great. So let's get some comparisons going. So to actually get him standing up in jet mode like this, I had to, make the feet so he can stand up. But he will be a little bit shorter, but it's not super short. So from, the bottom to the nose cone, he comes to around 8 inches. His max wingspan is 6 inches. And here he is next to the Earthrise Starscream. He is leaning on my backdrop. But as you can see, they are basically the same mold, but the wings are different. And I really, really like Dirge's jet mode way better than Starscream's. I don't know what it is. I think it's the colors that are like screaming to me. Like, I really like Dirge's colors over here. They look great compared to Starscream's just white, but they look so good together. Like, look at that. Oh man, I love this. I just need, what are they called? Thrust and Ramjet, and then Skywarp and Thundercracker, and then I would have a complete Seeker set. I Would you ever expect me to get this excited for Transformers figures? I didn't, but I freaking love it. I really like how Dirge looks with Starscream. They look great together. And then here's Dirge up on the rotating base on a flight stand in his jet mode. He looks great. I actually really like the look of this figure. Like, the colors just pop. And I'm so glad to have another, G1 Seeker on my Decepticon team, because it just looks great. I love, the Seekers are some of my favorite characters. I love Skywarp and Thundercracker. And Dirge is just another, cool addition to this, lineup. So I'm glad to have it. So yeah, Transformers. Different for me, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I just recently got into it. I've always liked Transformers. I've always liked it since the 2007 movie. But then just I've been watching G1. The 1986 movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I was just like, you know what? It's time for me to get into Transformers. So this will not be the last time you'll see Transformers on this channel, because I plan to do more reviews with this, with this franchise. It's great. I love team building, and team building the Autobots and the Decepticons are going to be so fun, but I know it's going to be so difficult. But I have friends who are into Transformers too, so it's nice that I'm into this now that I can, relate with them. And it's just cool to have, the figures, and they transform, and it's just cool. You have the vehicle and the figure, and the transformations aren't that complicated. So yeah, there's not much I can say. The main downside I don't like with this figure is that he feels cheap. He feels cheaper than Starscream. Like, the plastic feels more, prone to breakage. It feel like things are loose, things aren't connecting. But overall, it's a great figure. It's a cool figure. It is a repaint of Earthrise Starscream, but if you find him, go and grab him. I got mine at Target. I have seen him pop up at BBTS. He is on Hasbro Pulse as well, I do believe. So yeah, go grab yourself a Transformers Legacy Evolution Dirge. And if you guys like this video and want to see more Transformers videos on this channel, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.